Yep. Yeah, it sounds like he's going to be pretty wicked.
In one of the trailers, he makes fun of Disney by saying, "Boy, you seem nice. Are you with Disney?" Or something.
Oh, yeah.
Nick my tip.
I'm not new to pegging, friendo, but Disney is.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm surprised Disney
that was a reference to the first movie.
Like the thing that I find that's funny, that's the most funny about it is Disney has the rights to Marvel. They bought the rights to Deadpool, but Ryan Reynolds was like, "You're doing it my way, or I'm not selling." And it's like, so what did Disney? It's the first time Disney got like strong armed. Because what were they gonna do? Say no? The first movie he did completely out of his own damn pocket.
Yeah.
So it's like he's not scared to do it.
Yeah.
Nope.
And then,
I'll take my ball and I'll go home and play by my motherfucking self.
Yeah.
At one point in time, and I've seen an interview with Ryan Reynolds about this, at one point in time, he almost pulled the plug on this movie because Disney tried to put their foot down with him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And that was the rumor, and
Disney tried to do some dumb shit with the movie, and he was like, "Look, I am not afraid to walk out on you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been fighting on that. It's just like The
That's why it
Rock
took
was
forever.
fighting on the Black Adam script for a long time. He's been doing the same thing, you know.
But Ryan Reynolds has a little bit more of a, I think, a pull than The Rock does.
Well, you know, when he says that, Hugh Jackman goes, "Look, if he's not in the movie, I'm not in the movie. I'm out too."
Exactly.
I mean, you have to kind of bend, you kind of have to bend the knee and bend over, spread cheek.
Yep.
You know, open your mouth.
Because how is Disney going to do a Deadpool Wolverine movie without either Ryan Reynolds or Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
I mean, if you had one, you might be able to get away with it, but with neither, that's not going to do shit.
Little SOL on that point.
Hugh
Jackman flat out said I was not going to put the suit on, but Ryan asked me to, and I'm doing this as a favor for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome,
Well,
Canada.
that and so the funniest part about it is the fact that they started working on the script for this one 3 days after they announced it. 3 days after Hugh Jackman said he was retiring as Wolverine.
Yeah.
He was like, "Mother, son of a," you know. As soon as he saw that, he was like, "Damn it." You know, he was pissed off because he's like, if y'all had just done this, like, 3 days earlier.
Well, that's why probably Ryan Reynolds waited and just waited for him to officially retire. He's like, "Oh, now we're gonna do this," and then he's like, "Shit."
You son
You want to hear a
of a...
fun fact?
Yeah.
You know when they were doing all that back and forth stuff about how they hated each other on the commercials and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That one commercial where Hugh Jackman's walking through the house and Ryan goes, "Hey, how would you like to do a Wolverine movie with me?" And he goes, "Sure, okay," as he's going up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman didn't realize that was they were making a commercial. That is shit for shits and giggles.
That is even better.
Yeah, I mean,
So we had him live recorded saying
he
it.
was already retired at that point. He already retired at that point, and so he just thought they were just having
Just dicking
going back and
around.
forth. He never thought this movie was going to happen.
Yeah. That's
He thought he
hilarious.
was just fucking with him.
That's so
Hey,
freaking
you want to do
hilarious.
Wolverine Deadpool movie with me? He goes, "Yeah, sure, whatever." He even had a cup of coffee in his hand
Color.
and do some shit in his office.
That's
And next
great.
thing you know, it's all over the internet. So he was like, "You son of a bitch."
I reached the pinnacle of laziness. Oh, good grief. Don't do that, Color.
Well, the one thing I do have to say that I need to see if they ever do it.
Product placement.
Remember when they had the insults? They had like Scarlett Johansson and Chris Hemsworth, Kevin Hart, and Dwayne The Rock, and they just did this insult. They did Ryan Reynolds against the guy who plays Thanos. They need to do him and Hugh Jackman in that booth.
Oh,
That'd be
God.
hilarious.
They could do an hour of that and just.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
It'd be great.
And also in the Deadpool movies, they had an actual really good Colossus I was impressed with.
Yeah, the Colossus
I love
CGI was
I
pretty
love
solid.
Colossus, I do.
Even for being as low
That was a
budget as
really
it
good
was,
one.
that was on point. That was really on point, even for as low budget as it was.
I was actually impressed with that Colossus. That was
Yeah.
a much better live action
Well,
version
the other
of
one
Colossus.
he was a kid. This one he's an adult, so it's
True,
like you
yeah.
feel. And then the one in the Deadpool and the Colossus in Deadpool feels more like Colossus, Just because, again, he's always been a Russian adult. In the X-Men trilogy, they made him a kid, and he's Russian. He's not Russian. The kid's not Russian.
They did show him as a teenager in the school.
Yeah. Good
They
point.
had it about right from the comic books of him as being a teenager. I just didn't like the CGI as well in the teenage one as I did in the Deadpool movie.
Okay. Yeah, I follow you on that.
Good point. Sorry.
The motion cap and everything that they did with that guy, and man, they went and got a guy that is actually the actual size of the guy that did the motion cap for that.
Oh shit!
He really is
Big
that
dude.
big.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Guys are
A lot of
fucking
times they get those strong men to do it.
Yeah.
That's basically what they did. They got a guy that was
What'd Taylor
almost as
say?
big as that Iceland guy, the mountain.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he's a strong
And,
man.
yeah, he's a strong man, and that's what the Colossus in the movie is he's a
Jesus.
strong man that they went and got and did motion cap for.
Yep.
That's funny.
He's really that big, and he's another one of those big guys from Iceland.
Yep.
They grow 'em big over there.
Yeah, they do.
Color
I
said
feel sorry
he's
for their mamas.
Color said he's driving he's steering his tractor with his foot while he's watching us play, about to play D&D. Lazy
Yeah, we're
ass.
gonna play D&D.
Lazy.
Sidetracked. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm
That's
sorry
it.
too.
Yeah, we are warmed up here. All right,
We're
so
ready to smash
Did
some
I get
shit.
my inspiration back, or did I?
We all had
Yeah.
one. Yeah, because remember he ended the session
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
never
yeah, you
used
did.
it.
You ended
Because we
one.
joked about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, this is the first time Vincent has had an inspiration during a session and left the session with it.
yeah. I've never seen that man leave a session
I still
with
have
an inspiration.
mine too.
You got yours, and then Gauze, do you have inspiration?
Are you sure I didn't use mine up last
Okay.
time?
Did not.
Okay.
I remember
So-
that vividly
I haven't
because of
needed
how
to use
funny it
mine,
was that you had it.
You're doing good then. You ain't needed to
I haven't
use it.
needed to use mine because Vincent has been using
No,
theirs.
you
so.
use yours.
No, I used it and got it back.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Because I
used
did
yours.
the prayer and that's when I got it back with the sword and I haven't used it since. You gave it to me the end of that session, then we fight the Minotaurs. I didn't use it at all.
Yeah, you did.
Hey,
Because you imposed disadvantage on the Minotaur that critted on you.
It's already too late.
I did use that. That's right.
Yep.
I did use it. I thought I got it back another way, I guess.
Nope. Yep, now you used it because you did the disadvantage instead of taking 36 damage.
That was right. that was right. I remember
Yeah,
that.
because that was a monstrous hit. I was like, oh, I kind of feel bad for this. Not really, but I'm going to make it look like I feel bad. So,
Asshole.
okay. So last session.
I see you got baby cam up.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, she's chilling over there. She's snoozing. Let me make sure she isn't suffocating herself.
I like that swing.
Oh, I love it, dude.
I don't think you'd fit in it though, guys.
Yeah, no, that swing puts in work, Doug. Like, it's 4D batteries, but, like, she will knock out in it. She will sleep and snooze, and she's comfortable
Oh,
in
yeah.
it. That thing puts in work. And we bought that. I think we bought that off of, I think I bought that off of Eric. We had bought a bunch of stuff off of Eric, and I think that was one of them.
Okay.
One of three. I forget where we got some of the stuff.
Steering your tractor where you put and lying in bed. That's the way to do it right there, buddy.
Hey, Doug.
The baby was crying for me.
Literally lying like in bed. You son of a bitch. You lazy motherfucker. Color's over here
Hey,
laid up in
could you
bed
do me a
riding his
favor?
tractor. Basically. Last session, we left off,
Hey,
you
could you
guys.
do me a favor?
Yeah, what you got?
Could you turn yourself up a little bit? I'm having a hard time hearing you.
I hear him fine.
I was gonna say, I don't think. Here, let me see.
Well, I mean, you're in the room with him. I'm not, so I hope you hear him fine.
Let me see if I can boost my.
Did you see the new Beverly Hills Cop movie? I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the third one. I saw the first, the second. Haven't seen the third, but I haven't seen the newest one yet.
I've seen
which I
all-
need to. But
The first three and then the.
I can't watch anything because Jacqueline's sleeping on the couch because she's hurt.
Oh,
So she hasn't been able to sleep in bed. So I've had to watch things in my
It's
phone.
weird
to
because
sleep
I can
in
hear
bed.
Spartan just fine, but you sound like you're in a.
That's normal.
Oh, that's because I've got the microphone on the other side of another microphone. Here, let me move it.
I'm more intelligent than Adam. Can you hear that?
No God.
I hear you just fine.
All right, can you hear it a little better now?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I had it on the other side of the larger Yeti microphone.
So the Yeti was picking you up at the angle and not...
Yeah.
And
It was
stealing...
basically diffusing the sound there.
Yeah.
So last session, we ended off, you guys had fought with 3 Minotaurs in the portal room underneath the chapel down at the graveyard.
Yeah, that was not fun.
After fighting the 3 Minotaurs, you guys ended up scooping out Ravengard and getting back to the main cathedral, the High Tower, or the High Hall. Guys, you've not been in the High Hall before. So basically, you trek back past where you had come out of the portal, and Wolgren had belly flopped on the ground. So basically, you backtrack past that section, going through a tunnel. It's a pretty lengthy tunnel, it goes about 50, 60 feet. And then you get to a ladder. So you climb up this ladder with Critias and Ingros with Ravengard in tow. You guys go up the ladder. You strap a rope to Ravengard to get him up to the top. As you come out of this hole, the hatch at the top, you see that you are in a catacomb-looking type room. Here, let me read a description for you so you can get an idea. All right, this large crypt area is presently home to over 100 frightened people. They cower behind sarcophagi and in alcoves, their eyes red, their cheeks stained with tears. Standing before a large font is a haggard woman, her gray hair matted with sweat. With one arm, she clutches a leather-bound tome to her breast. In the other hand, she wields a ceremonial mace that would probably shatter if it struck anything harder than a pillow.
So English should take her off.
That's basically... It's a sizable room. This is, just like a catacomb type room. There's a lot of people. You also see the bodies of several demons that are they've now been relocated to a corner of the room. It's a large room. This thing is probably, let me see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50 by 60, 50 feet by 60 foot. There's a bunch of alcoves. The hole that you come out of, you see that there is a fountain that kind of shifts and covers the hole. You can kind of see scrape marks on the ground where it moves.
Oh, is this where we fought the crabs and then the...
Yes.
Okay, I remember where we are now.
Which I was going to tell guys, he sees, you all see a bunch of the crab bodies that have been, moved to the corner.
Well, remember, we took the crab meat, so we still have that.
Yeah. You guys salvaged some of the crab meat. There's...
Do we have any butter?
Are there any
roll me a
chairs?
survival to see if you've got butter.
Okay.
George, is there any chairs with cushions on them?
No, you've been through this room. You know there's no chairs.
Survival.
Okay.
19?
You've been here before.
19?
You find one stick of butter.
Woohoo! I'm packing it. Put it with the crab meat.
Be right back. Gonna send you the photo. Oh my god. This man's over here. Color's over here sending me a photo of his laziness in tow. And what we got?
One stick of butter.
Yeah, he's got one leg kicked up riding his tractor.
Is he actually riding it?
Yeah, he's driving it.
Jesus.
Oh,
Was
that's
he
a
cutting
big
the
ass
lawn
tractor.
or?
I guess plowing a field or something. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's a big ass tractor.
Yeah, it is.
That's a sizable one. And then this is him with his foot up. Color, you lazy bastard. But yeah, so you see scrape marks on the ground where you can see that the fountain shifts over to basically cover this secret entrance or this secret exit. There's a bunch of people that are hidden in the room. As you guys are able to get to the top of the ladder, the gray-haired chick, Faria, ends up running over to you all. She recognizes you two. She recognizes Critias and Ingros. She does kind of stop for a second, and she's very hesitant. She kind of clutches the beat-up mace a little harder. in the book. She kind of clutches them a little bit closer to herself when she sees you come up out of the hole, Gauze. But she's, she sees that the other two are not, you're not bound. You are not attacking. They aren't, aggressive. They aren't, prisoner looking. So she she's wary of you, but also a photo of the combine that drove into my house. Good grief. Also spin 3D. Also spin third cold one. Good draw. That's hilarious.
Hey, we have any panko breadcrumbs so we can make Krabby Patties?
I mean, you might be able to. You want to roll survival? See if you got some? But no, so she runs over and, she kind of stops for a second, looks at you guys, kind of gives you a once-over. And like I said, she does not... She's wary of you, but she can tell just by their demeanor, you guys are bringing back Raven Guard and everything else. She does not...
Hey, if she does an investigation check, she can see my necklace. She might know the story.
Let me see. No, she doesn't pick up anything. She does not have any information. She looks kind of, not distressed. She looks kind of rugged. Not rugged. Like worn out. She looks exhausted and worn out. But she notices it, there. But she does not end up, like, you don't see her, like, recognize anything off of it. So she sees you guys with Raven Guard. She kind of gives you a once-over. She looks at the necklace. She sees your gear. Kind of gives you a look over. Nothing really, like, you don't see anything queue up in her eyes that she recognized anything off of you. Or at least not right now. She may recollect something later on. But for the time being, she doesn't recall anything. But she does see that you guys have Raven Guard, and he's still... actually, you weren't here. So, you come back with Critias and Ingros. They have Raven Guard. He has the... You remember seeing a statue that had its head designed like it was supposed to wear a helmet?
Yep.
And as you are able to actually give me a quick investigation. Let me see how much of this you pick up.
All right. I rolled a 15.
Okay. So you do discern that the helmet that Raven Guard has on is probably the relic that was supposed to be in that room. That was supposed to be on that statue. But as you basically... Because I think I had your character waiting out in front of the graveyard cathedral.
Yeah.
So, basically as they're coming out the front door, you're merging with the group and heading back. As you guys are going back along the path, going past the area where you came through a portal and met up with the group, I think Critias was carrying Raven Guard.
He was.
You were carrying
on my back?
Yeah, you had the guy slung over your shoulder. So as you have the guy slung over your shoulder, Raven Guard, he's still chanting and talking in two different languages. One language you recognize, Gauze, is, I think, Abyssal?
No, I know Infernal.
Or Infernal. I think it was Infernal. Let me double check it. I think it was Infernal. Or no.
I know Infernal, and I know Infernal, and I know Githyanki.
Actually, I want to say...
So I was talking about Crazy Necromancer and Infernal.
Yeah, I'm trying to see... I know one was celestial.
I don't have that.
Yeah, that one. No, it is abyssal. Okay. So basically, while Ravengard has his helmet on, you can tell from looking at him that he is not all there. You can tell just looking at him, he's like talking in two different voices. So it sounds like a phone conversation is going on through this man's body. You hear some speech in Celestial, some speech in Abyssal. What it is, you were not able to discern completely. But Critias and Angros did get kind of a snippet because the Mesoloth has Abyssal as its language. So, because the Mesoloth, the Mesoloth is still inside, so you don't even see the Mesoloth come outside. It's just you two and
because we left that one.
Yeah,
with
left
the
that
one thing.
with
Yeah,
Gideon. So it's basically just them with Ravengard come out. You merge up, and then you guys head back. With that, you just basically hear these two voices that are talking. Like one would stop, the other one would start. They're just basically back and forth, and they sound very angry. The speech and the voices, they sound very angry at one another. And as you are going back up the path with them, you kind of discern that, Ravengard's not all there. He's not in control of what's going on.
Is he nuts or is he possessed?
yes.
Give me Arcana check.
Or is he nuts and possessed? Arcana. There it is. 14.
14. So you're not fully able. You get an idea.
Intelligence isn't my strong suit.
Neither is it Ingros's.
Say what?
What? Exactly. No. You're not able to fully understand like the situation. You can just kind of tell that something related to the helmet is going on, whether it's a possession or it's beings have taken over.
I get it. He's having a Dr. Fate moment. Okay.
Kind of. Similar to that. But yeah, so you can kind of hear these two voices battling it out through Ravengard's body.
Gotcha.
Yeah. How that's working or what or why, you're not able to fully understand.
Kind of like with the whole axe deal where the axe talks.
A little bit.
I mean, not the axe, but the shield.
Yeah.
Where the shield talks. Yeah.
A little bit. Like, he's actually, you can hear the voices coming out. They're not pinging off inside your head or anything.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so you guys are able to get back. You get up the ladder. Faria comes up to you all. She's kind of wary of you, but then she sees Ravengard. And she kind of runs over to him and tries to pull the helmet off. And the helmet won't come off. If
he says fate has intervened, I'm out, man.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'm running away.
But yeah, she tries to pull the helmet off. No to no avail. It will not come off.
Oh, bueno.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. So she kneels down. She's, you guys lay Ravengard down on the ground. She's next to him. She tries to pull the helmet off. She's working on him, trying to figure out what's going on. And after a few minutes, you kind of see her like let go of the helmet and like she sits back down. Like she was kneeling down, but she kind of sits back down on her feet while kneeling. And you kind of see her just kind of distraught, slump down to the ground. With that, she figures out that. Let me see. I think she figures out that he is more or less possessed. But he's in
Yes, Color. He made sure on his stream he did his sit-ups. I am aware.
Yes. Yep, I ended up doing them. I ended up doing them the next Monday, and they were rough. They were rough as all get out.
Yep. I was there. I witnessed it. He did it.
Yeah, right before I started doing them, the wife decided to sit on my chest like it was a joke. I was like, oh my God. I started laughing after I could start breathing again. Yeah. But I ended up knocking them out. Yeah, because there's no carpet or anything down here. It's just concrete, so really not wanting to do that on concrete. I'm too old for that. Ugh. But she does figure out that Ravengard is basically he is basically stuck in this helmet and is bound between two godly beings that are battling it out, basically like they're on the phone. And so she says that she tells you all, she's like, we can help Ravengard. We can get this off of him. There's a ritual. I've really not done it very many times. I've seen it. I know I can do it. I can recite the verses needed for the ritual, but I'm gonna need a lot of help from you guys. If you all don't mind to assist me, I can definitely help Ravengard to get this helmet off of him. It's gonna take some time and effort, though. Would you all be apt to assist me with that? It's a ritual. We would have to do it upstairs in front of the altar of Torm, but it's going to take some prep time to get it ready. Preparation.
Have we established why all these people are cowering down here in this catacomb?
No, not you. You have not figured it out, but the rest of the group has.
Yeah.
So I mean, but if you wanted to ask them, you could.
Thank you guys for sharing the information. I appreciate that.
I mean, if you want to roll right now, if you just want me to,
You mean
Just go ahead and explain it, because I don't remember a whole lot of it.
Angos doesn't know the word prep. He knows prepared, but he doesn't know
prep. You have prepped for a heist or prepped for a theft numerous times. You know what that is.
Oh,
You aren't good at it, but you know what it is. Like, you know, it's like stand there and listen to plan. Your character would definitely know that one.
Oh, preparation.
Yeah.
How would you know preparation but not prep? Think about that for a minute.
I was gonna say that would be a preparation. It's like, how does he know this one without the short version?
Yeah.
That actually makes it a little more funny, because then he's like, preparation.
Wait, what?
That actually does make it more funny. Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah, his character's like, preparation.
Because
It's like, yeah.
And everybody's like, how does he know the long word and not the short one?
No, it's like
He's heard
syllables.
He's heard the long version.
Gus, what up?
What's up?
What up, what up?
Because remember,
get more
Eric's
points,
character
sure.
I'll tell
helped.
ya.
No, Color. No more points for you, Color. Damn it. Running a game tomorrow. Woo! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, what game are you running, Gus? We're running Descent into Avernus. Ha ha ha!
Preparation.
Yeah, your guys like preparation.
Yeah.
And then
And it's funny because you kind of see the light come on in his eyes, and it's like, how does he not know the shortened version of this?
No. Then you want to add insult to injury. You see Critias just go. Like with just a blank stare, just a slow like, what the fuck did I just hear?
Yeah.
I'm so confused now.
Yours taught me preparation.
Yours hasn't been here.
Writer, my own world.
I'm just-
Oh, you gonna do
no
home
module.
for you. That's cool,
Ooh,
Gus.
nice. There you go, Gus. Yeah, I think Gus was playing something else when I ended up raiding him on Twitch before. So, heck yeah, I'll have to pop on and check that out.
Hell yeah.
That may be the next thing I try. We've got this book, we've got other books. We may try just a short campaign of my own devising. We'll see. We'll see.
I don't want to do that. I don't like what goes through your mind right now when you have a written book. I can only fucking imagine what goes through your mind when you do it from scratch.
This
Won't be street. Oh,
the screwed up version of Dante's Inferno.
Yes.
Why did I just give you that?
we can always do that one.
I think I just.
We're doing Dante's Inferno fucked up.
That's what the tower
We're
is.
in hell.
That's what the tower is.
Oh,
No, that's
8
wow,
players in the game I've been
nice.
running for years. Woo! 8 players. That's rough. I've done 6-player groups. That's rough enough. Did we do an 8-player group?
we did 7.
We did
That
7.
was our max.
Yeah.
7 was our max.
7 was the most I've done, and that took forever for that play session. That play session. That one was rough.
My God, did it?
but we actually survived, didn't
No.
That was
was the
when
first-
you had like Austin
Okay.
and Todd and everybody.
and
I think it was
Justin
at
West.
your house because we were in that
Yep.
corner area. Yeah.
That was.
That was a rough one. That was rough. We got through it though. We got through it. It was early on too, so it wasn't too bad. You guys were low
Yeah,
level,
that's
so
the
you
pain,
didn't.
man. I'm 54. I've been gaming since the 80s.
Oh man, 50. You're running D&D for a long time. I've been running this group since 2016, so almost
Yeah.
8 years. I've been doing DM. I didn't do any DM before that. I was always a player. Been playing since
Yeah, I'm with you,
2001.
bro.
So yeah. Starting level 5. Ooh, nice.
Dude, I remember D&D first edition in the box. Hell yeah, that's what it is.
God.
Yeah, me too, man.
I started messing with D&D. It was in 2nd edition when the actual Baldur's Gate computer game originally came out.
Yes,
Thaco.
Thaco.
Ah.
Yeah, Thaco. Fuck
No
yeah.
Thaco. No Thaco. Can't deal with that. I can't deal with Thaco. Thaco makes my head hurt. Yeah, no. No, I
That
can't.
gives you PTSD.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah, Thaco. Fuck yeah.
Oh.
That's the man after my own heart right here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, back
Just
to
saying.
No, I can't do. Thaco, you needed a chart. Thaco, you dealt with negatives. Like here, you have a 20 AC. Thaco, it's I have a -6 AC. That's good. That's really good. Like what was it? -8 was the best. -10. What was it? I thought it was like +8 to -8. Wasn't it?
Your death was -10. You
Yeah.
could go as far as -10. You were dead at -10.
dead.
Well, no, I thought it was negatives were good because it was basically you were negative.
Yeah, you wanted like a -5 sword. You wanted or a +5 sword, but you wanted like a -5 shield.
Yeah, you wanted a negative
Yeah,
whatever
negatives were
AC.
great. Negatives were awesome.
Yeah, that was awful. Had a whole chart and everything. Off to chill. All right, Carl,
Oh, yeah,
appreciate you
this was
coming
the
through,
same
dude.
thing. It was good except for on saves. You wanted pluses on saves. Fuck
Yes, yeah. Pluses on saves, negative on AC.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. I remember
That's
having a
Thaco.
-5 armor
That's
class. That was
Thaco.
a shit.
Not the saves though; they were plus numbers. Yeah, Thaco, you had. I want to say the worst you could be was like +8 Thaco.
Yeah.
And then -8 was like the really best, or -10 was the really, really best that you could get, and that was it. Like once you hit that, it was it. That was the threshold. This, like, 5th edition, you could be 20 AC, 30 AC,
I know
34
your
AC.
AC. I know with my character,
Yep.
I used to run a -5, and that was the shit.
Yeah. I want to say I had a character that was a -6 AC, but that's because I had like,
Yeah.
what was it, a tower
You could do it. You
shield,
could do it. I
full
mean, you
plate
could have up to a
armor.
-10, but
Yeah, I think
did
-10 was -10 was hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, -10 was hard to get because you could not have certain, depending on how it was being run, but you could not have like 2 ring of protections on and get the bonus from both of them.
Right.
You could only get the bonus from one copy of one item.
Wow.
You could run a ring of protection and a necklace of protection, but you
Yes.
couldn't run 2 rings of protection.
Yep. You had to have it in different. So I could have a cloak of protection, ring of protection, necklace of protection, and be good. But you couldn't run 2
3.5
rings.
month was great. That was
That
an
makes no
awesome
sense.
class. I
But
agree.
okay. That hurts
35.
my
Oh,
hand.
God. 3.5. You needed an abacus, a scientific calculator, and a high-end computer to run 3.5 and do all the math. Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't like 3.5, because I can't do
It
all
was
the
so
math.
bad. It had some of the most impressive classes, but it was just a horror to run, or a horror to play. I never ran it. I played it.
Yeah.
And it was awful.
But it had great classes. I agree. 3.5 monk. I ran a 3.5
Yeah.
monk that literally walked up a frost giant and killed it in one turn.
Yeah. I think there was, one of my favorites was, there was the stalwart dwarf class, you basically ran around with 2 shields, and those were your weapons. So you got bonuses from both shields, and you could like bring them together and do like shove attacks and shit. It was cool as hell, but
you could do bull rushes and stuff. It was great.
Yep. You could do all kinds of stuff. It was really, really cool, but it was an advanced class that you had to have you had to have a certain level in fighter and this and then certain level.
Yeah, like I saw, like there was a Kenshi that, like the monk. They had it for the fighter class, where you specialize in a weapon, and that one weapon you get all these bonuses with when you decide to dump into those levels, and all that. And I saw that, and I was like, but I'm sitting there going like, but that's so damn confusing that I'm doing this, now I'm doing this, but this doesn't do anything anymore, and it's like, that's a lot of references that I'm having to go through, and that hurt my head.
Get ready to go to a remembrance lunch. I've been a martial artist for 37 years.
Ooh.
On the 20th, 51 years ago, we lost Bruce Lee. We get together to honor him. That's dope.
Very cool.
That is very
cool.
sick. That is very awesome. Yeah. Yep. They're about to redo his Brandon Lee's movie, The Crow. They're about to do a remake on it.
Warrior on Netflix is based off of some Bruce Lee writing.
Oh.
It's a TV show. They got 3 seasons up on Netflix. Yep. I've watched the first episode. It looks interesting.
I have to check that out.
I've watched all 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Is it really good?
Yep. It is. It is good.
Because the main character is referencing. It's like a reference to Bruce Lee, but it's based off of a story he wrote.
Hey, yes, Warrior. There you go, Gus. Warrior is the shit. I've watched all 3 seasons.
Yep. I've only got 1 episode in, but I haven't. I've only got 1 episode in, but I watched first. I'm like, okay, I'm watching this. This is good.
I really liked the first 2 seasons. The 3rd season was, I mean, it was still good, but to me, it's like it dropped a little bit from the first 2 seasons, but it was still really good.
Okay.
Thank you for coming through, Gus. Appreciate it, homie. Yeah, Gus is cool. I've watched a couple of his streams.
But the martial arts is really good, and they did a really good nod. They really did a good nod to Bruce Lee when he did the double nunchucks. That was really good.
I haven't seen that yet. I haven't gotten to that part yet, but I'm curious.
Later, dude.
All right.
Awesome. So, a lot of people are cowering.
See you later, Gus. Good to.
Yeah, thank you for coming through. Whoop whoop. All right. Yes.
Did you guys know that in Enter the Dragon that Jackie Chan was the first guy that came through when he was doing the double nunchuck, and Bruce Lee actually hit him with the nunchuck?
Did not know that.
Knocked him out.
Oh God.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Jackie Chan was doing an interview and he told the story about that. He was like, "Yeah, Bruce made a mistake and he accidentally just clapped me right in the head." He said, but as soon as he did it, it's like they cut and he was over there going, "Dude, are you all right? Are you all right? Let me get you some water. You know, I'm so sorry."
That's something that is really says a lot for me. Is like Bruce Lee was just a super badass, but he was also just a nice guy at the same time.
He had, when he was younger, he was arrogant, but then again, that kind of comes with the territory. But he's still,
when you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing you can say or do about it. But
and he had a lot of people gunning for him in those days too.
And that's why he probably had that arrogance on him too.
He had, what was it, like the Chinese mafia or whatever?
You gotta be able to walk the walk if you're gonna. You gotta have, if you can.
Yeah. Triads is what Yakuza's in Japan.
Anyway, I'm sorry, we got off on sidetracks.
It's all good.
That's all the fun and love of doing streams, is you can get in conversations and have fun and still go back.
And that part of it is conversing with viewers, involving them.
Especially Gus coming through. I rated him, and he was, I can't remember what he was playing. I don't know. It might have been Baldur's Gate 3, I think he was doing, if not something else. I think it was Baldur's Gate 3. That we were playing Gauze, and I rated him. And
I remember that.
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, you do D&D?" And I was like, "Yeah." So
I remember that. Yeah, I remember.
Yep. I think me and you both sat on there for like another hour talking with him. So yeah, no, that was cool. I'm glad that he got to come through.
I gave him a follow and stuff because he was really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So yes, you have Feria. who is requesting you all to assist her with the ritual. She's not done it, but you know, she knows she can do it. She hasn't done it well before, or by herself, or in full. Little one's over there talking to herself. But she needs assistance from you all to complete the ritual, and then she should be able to pull the helmet off of Ravenguard.
Okay.
So if you guys are gonna help her,
I'll assist.
yeah. Okay. All right. So as you guys basically concur that you're gonna give her a hand with that, she's like, somebody pick him up. Get her. Come on. Let's go.
Pick up? Okay.
Yeah. Pick him up. Thank you.
I pick him up and I lift him up in the air and say, pick up.
Yes.
Because
Now follow
yes.
me. Follow me.
No, I'm literally holding him like Rafiki does to Simba.
Cool.
Because you told him to pick him up.
All you needed is pick him up.
That's it. That's what she was looking for. But she's like, yeah. Pick him up and follow me. Let's go. So she rushes through the hallways of the catacombs. She rushes by the area where you all saw Waldo and Kalis get snatched through the portal.
Yeah.
Where the fist came through and grabbed them. She goes through that hallway, which is the same hallway that the White Abishai entered in through before.
Oh God, that was ugh.
And
PTSD there.
Actually, as you all walk by, Gauze, you give me a perception check.
Alright.
Because this is all new to you.
Oh, come on.
Not you. Him.
Now, you know what you've seen.
Okay.
Gauze has not seen any of this.
25.
Nice. So, on this perception check, as you are traveling...
I have a +6 on perception.
Yeah.
Part of my class.
So as you guys are walking through these tunnels, they're just 5 foot tunnels, and they lead to different little alcoves and different little pathways that look like prep areas for bodies. This looks like the area where they would go and like prep some of the bodies for different rituals or to be buried and different stuff like
Is this
that.
kind of a mummification thing?
No, not really mummification, but like cleaning up the bodies, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And as you're going through, you notice that there is one pile in one of the far corners of the catacomb, the larger catacombed room that you're in. Mm-hmm. In one of the far corners, you notice that there is a number of bodies stacked, but there's also the body of what looks like a small humanoid dragon with white wings. Like, it looks like a straight up white dragon. Probably about, you gauge about a little over 6 foot tall, 7 foot tall, about, yeah. Like, and it's got like its wings kind of splayed out, but it's dead. You can see that it's dead. It's been,
right.
I think it got decapitated, didn't it?
With the dragon that we fought, the Abershaw. No, it got blown up, I think, because I know.
No, I think you finished him. I can't
That's
remember.
right, I finished him because Tommy shot the fireball at that group, blew them all up. I fought them, and they went to go take care of the crabs. And
Yeah.
Yep,
I can't remember if you decapitated the Abishai or not.
No, I did because he was
Okay.
talking about Archon and all
Yes. Yeah.
that. You never let me get the last word in, ever.
Oh, I will when it's gonna be epic enough for you. Otherwise, no, I'm gonna make you work for it.
Fucking asshole.
But you do notice, so one pile has, it's the body and the head, which are not connected, but they're sitting next to one another, have been thrown onto the pile. And you can see that. You can see a number of bodies that have been scorched. They look like they've just been, like, blasted with some kind of a fire spell. As you guys round one corner, you see scorch marks all across the wall and floor in this one like corner of the room before the doorway that leaves this room. Like, you can see basically it looks like a giant explosion went off in this corner. And then the bodies are in the adjacent corner 60 something feet away. So you go through that, and you guys are walking through the hallway. You take a left, then you take a right, and then once you take that right, there is another right that leads to the larger open room. And that's that corner right before you take that right. That's that spot where Kalis and Waldo got snatched through the portal.
I remember the guy in my hand that I'm still holding. Does he get sick because I'm running with him?
Vince, he's mentally not there.
He's the one that's jabbering.
Okay.
So he's not even there.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
Who was it that got drugged through a portal?
2 other characters that you're never going to meet.
What were their names?
Waldo.
So you guys are wondering where's Waldo? Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah, that was a joke for the while.
And
That was a joke every game, every D&D night.
Actually, Gauze, and as you guys are about to round this corner following Faria, like, you get to that corner, and you, for a second, like, stop, and you feel, like, the hairs on the back of your neck, down your spine, like, across your legs and arms, like, your whole body just kind of reacts for a moment. And you just feel like this presence of dread kind of comes over you, and it feels very reminiscent of like the way you felt going into and coming out of that portal when you were talking to the glowy-eyed dwarf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like you basically just round this corner, you get like a whole body shiver that kind of courses through you. It makes you pause for a moment, but not very long. But you just get that sense of, like, you know, that same sense of that you know, ominous little dwarf that basically kicked you through a portal to come here and meet with these guys. Like, you just feel that same sense coming around this corner.
Okay. Well, that would be on my toes.
Yes.
Give me a perception check.
16.
16. As you guys are you know, following Faria, rushing through. Not rushing, but you guys are
We're moving.
You know, we're moving. As you guys round that corner, like you remember that, you know, that whole scene that took place there before. As you round the corner, before Onryu makes that corner, like he stops, and you kind of see him just get like this whole body shiver right before like turning. Yeah. You guys kind of see each other for a second, and you kind of notice that he has like this whole weird like shake and shimmy whole body shiver as he's rounding that corner right where that whole scene before had taken place.
Yeah. Okay.
So you kind of notice it. Your character Critias notices it and is like, okay, odd.
And that's when the hand pulled. That's where the hand pulled the 2 guys.
Yep.
The 2.
Yeah,
other
that
guys.
exact same spot.
Okay, so I noticed that happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you kind of see the Tabaxi kind of stops and like he's looking down the hall where that scene had taken place, which was only like 5 feet away.
It affected him unlike something I've seen before.
Yeah.
Makes
You kind of see him just like whole body shiver, and then he turns to continue following you all. As you guys are moving along, if you remember this area where the stairs came down, this is where you guys came down originally, and then you all went this way and fought with the mummy over here.
Yeah.
So you guys are basically coming right up this way.
Okay. To go up the next set.
Yeah.
When he gets home, then you have to fight the daddy.
Oh, daddy. As you guys get to that open area, you guys know off to your left is the stairs that go up, and then, you know, they kind of zigzag up to the fist statue that you guys came down.
Yeah.
Before heading that way, you guys see Faria continue forward, and she takes that right. And you guys, you'll remember that right leads up the stairs to where that sword was.
Oh, the fancy sword.
Yeah.
That's right. Because we have that, by the way. I picked that up.
As you all are standing there, Fairy's like, wait, I just need to grab one thing real quick. And you actually see her turn that corner to the right and go up the stairs and go down to where that altar is. Godscat, you see basically Faria has you guys stop in this one open area, and she continues over, takes a right, and if you want to take a look, you can see around the corner that she goes up like a short pair of stairs, and then there's like a little 10-foot hallway that leads up to a altar. This altar, from a distance, is a small isolated tomb that opens up at the end of a flight of broad stairs off the open central area of this level. The body of a young woman lies on the bare, and she has, like, the body of a young woman lays there, you know, kind of like one of those Templar looks, like they're laying with their arms, you know, kind of crossed, just across the top part of the abdomen.
Yeah.
And where they would go and lay, like, the sword and the shield and everything. You see the body, but that's all you see. Feria goes up, and she sees the body, and she panics immediately. Like, you hear her, like, oh no, it's gone. Oh my God, it's gone. Oh, this is dire. This is not good. Oh, this is not good. And you just hear her, like, panicking at the end of this hallway. She's like, oh, no. This cannot be happening. This cannot be happening. Of all days, not today.
I turned to Critias.
This cannot be happening. Without that thing, without that sword, we there's no way I could do the ritual. I wouldn't even know where to look to find something that we could do it with. Oh, and she just kind of, like, for a moment collapses at the side of it, and she's panicking. She kind of drops down to her knees, kind of like she was when you guys were looking at Ravengard in the other room. And she's, like, got her hands on her head, and she's, like, looking around. She's like, Man,
if we just knew somebody who's just gotten a God-given sword, it might help with the ritual. Huh.
I look around.
It's a different sword, though. This is a different one. This isn't the magic one I have. I know.
Yeah, he has no idea what the fuck is going on.
I look around to see if there's a sword or something that resembles a sword.
I'm just standing there contemplating.
Yeah, she's down there just complete full panic. And you can easily hear her down the hall, and she's just like, oh my goodness. And I'm there. And she's like, she's still got the book and the mace, and she's like, there's no way this rusty thing would be able to get the job done. I'm
gonna pull out my old great sword, not the magic one that I have, or
the relic
that is supposed to be this. I'm gonna pull out my very normal one and bring this out. And I go, well, I'm not using this one. Will this help?
And she turns and she looks and she's like, oh. And she kind of drops her hands again. She's like, that wouldn't work. That's not going to. Oh my goodness, no! That previous sword, it wasn't magical.
About it.
It wasn't magical or anything. It was simply a relic of the city. It was used in all of the rituals, normally done by Ravengard or one of the higher acolytes. But that's just a normal sword. It wouldn't work. It doesn't imbue any of the holy energies of Elturel. The one, it was a great sword that was laying right here in the hands of this unknown warrior, and it basically I need that sword to do the ritual.
That exact sword.
Yeah.
No other sword would work.
No, not any that I would be able to test. I mean, we've got one chance at this.
You're helping me feel really evil right now. I thank you for that.
Yeah.
But
like
for the record, guys, I'm lawful evil, so that's the thing I'm trying to play off of.
I look at Critias like questioning.
I mean, my character
why not
doesn't
find
know,
sword?
but I
Yeah,
know.
I know you know.
Yeah.
Big sword, something.
Yeah, but no, like she sits there. She basically just lets you all know that the sword that was laying here, while not magical, it embodied energies and lore from Elturel. So they used it in a bunch of different rituals, and basically somebody's going to need to hold that sword and basically kind of hold it up against the helmet to resonate energies of Elturel to help clear the possession of Ravengard. So somebody hardy that can, that is strong enough to be able to hold it, but also, be able to resonate those energies through their body into the sword and into the helmet while she does the ritual, which she said it only takes about. Fairy is like, the ritual itself only takes like 30 seconds. But while that's taking place, we're in Avernus. And bad things are probably going to be happening while the person holding the sword holds it up against the helmet. So whoever's holding it is not going to be able to defend themselves. They're going to be the target of whatever negative energies are going to be assaulting them. They're going to have to just hold true to it. And it's I mean, we could try other swords, but it could end badly. I don't know. Without it being that sword specifically, I don't know of anything outside of. I don't know. I've never done the ritual myself before. I just know. I know what I've been told, and I know what I've seen, and I know what works. I have no idea what prerequisites for another sword would be good enough to work.
Gotcha. Okay.
We find sword?
Money would probably be a good thing, yeah.
She's like, I would love to. Please. That would be awesome, but I have no idea where to look. And you kind of see her, like, as she's exasperatedly explaining all this, you kind of see her, like, just drop that leather-bound book to her side. She drops that mace to her side, and she kind of clutches the end of her knees and butts her back up against the altar that has the female body on it. You kind of see her just kind of, like, clutch her knees and back up because, she's worn out, and this just kind of took a lot of extra out of her to know that the sword is gone. She has no idea where it's at. So she had a little ray of hope in her eyes, and then came around the corner and was like, "Oh, this is fucked."
Well, I guess we gotta look for it. Acridius says.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna have to look for it.
What do I do with this? I shake the person I'm still holding.
She's like, just for now, keep holding him. We're gonna need to go up to the altar of Torm upstairs, and that's gonna take some time to like clean and remove any necrotic gunctifications that are on it, because we'll need that altar upstairs to do the ritual, and it's gonna take me time to clean it and get it prepped and ready. And I mean, in that time, if we could search the rest of these catacombs, I haven't the slightest idea where to look. I mean, if some of those demons may have taken the sword and left, I really don't know what we could possibly do. I mean, if we were to try and use another magical sword, I don't know if it would work. I don't know if it would make it worse. It may make, Uldur Ravengard's head just completely explode. I don't know. Like, you can tell she is just...
I hold him further out when you said explode.
She's like, not now, but, if we tried the ritual with another unknown sword. And she's still kind of just sitting there, and she's, you can tell just looking at her, she's just...
Well, let's go find it. I'll go this way.
Okay,
Do I follow?
I'll go,
I don't know yet.
Which way? So which way you're gonna go? There's north. North is where you guys originally went the very first time. South is where you went past the portal area that led back.
I'll go south.
I'll get it.
Go south. Okay. So she's like, I'll go north.
Where I go?
I mean, whichever way, or if you want to stay here and protect Uldur, it's whichever way you want. And so she grabs her little rusty mace and her book, and she takes off through the north tunnel.
I guess I protect weird guy.
And then, Gauze, what do you want to do? So there are two paths.
I'd like to make a couple of either investigation or perception checks.
Okay. What do you want to
I'd
look
like
at?
to see if there are any cracks or scuff marks or anything leading away from where the sword was stationed, and second, I'd like to use my sense of scent to see if I can perhaps catch a scent of who might have taken it.
Okay. Give me... What would it be? Give me...
Because I'm a tabaxi, I
Scent
have a
would
high
be
sense of scent.
survival.
I think it'll be survival, yeah. Give me a survival check.
Good, because I got good pluses on survival.
Yeah. Yeah, give me a survival check.
All right, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. So, leading up to the altar and then leading away to the altar, even though you guys, the three of you with Ulder Ravengard have walked up to where the altar is at. It goes up a pair of stairs and it goes through to where the altar is at. So you give a moment to kind of sniff around and you know, basically...
I know what these guys smell like. I know what the old lady smells like.
Yes.
You know,
so...
if there's something different.
So you smell and pick up the scent of like demons and everything, but any scent of like demons or anything non-human kind of stops the end of the doorway that leads to the stairs that goes up to where this altar's at. The only presences through like footprints in the ground or scent of people that have gone up through this hallway is of your group and Faria. That's it. Like, you pick up a few other faint scents, but they're all like very, very faint, so it's been a long while since anybody human has walked up to this altar. Other than that, it's basically you pick up Critias' scent, Angros' scent, and the scent of two other people, but they have a very reminiscent scent like Critias and Angros. So you can kind of discern that the only ones that have been up to this altar in any kind of recent time have been... actually, give me an intelligence check.
All right. 12.
12.
Yeah.
So...
Intelligence is not my strong point.
No, that's fine. Or actually, yeah, no. So I'm trying to think. You would know the scent of certain races.
Yeah.
Over others. So you pick
it's
up...
not just that. I mean, do I smell weapon oil? Do I smell leather? I mean, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you basically smell the prize total of a group of adventurers. You pick up like old scents.
Considering my character, I wouldn't know other races' scents.
Yeah. So you pick up like Critias' scent, Angros' scent, and then the scent of a like tiefling type, and then a human type that have been like in this area, but it's from hours and hours ago. So it's been a little while since those scents have come through here, but that's it. Nothing else, no other demons. You can pick up the scent of like some humans that have been up here. You can probably think, maybe Faria or some other people, but those scents are very faint because it's been a long while since anybody's been through this area. And you can kind of tell also because when you came through the catacombs, as you came up that ladder, there were a lot of townspeople, like kids, women, men, elderly, a lot of people that were huddled up in the corners.
Right.
Oh, and Rhea.
Rhea. Yep.
Rhea is with you guys. I forgot. So there is one other person. I forgot Rhea is with you guys.
It's Rhea and Lula.
Yeah, Rhea stayed.
Yeah.
So a female warrior type is with your group as well. She came up and she saw that it was Ulder Ravengard. She kind of dropped to her knees and started crying over his body. I forgot that she was also here. She was waiting for you all to get back. And so, yeah, I forgot Rhea is part of Let me find.
I'll send. Well, then I'll have Rhea go with what's her name, to the north.
Okay.
While I go to the south. That way, the priest lady has some protection since we have Engros watching the altar itself.
Yeah. Where is Rhea? No, I had a piece for her.
Well, what I'm kind of looking for is if any of these scents that I'm picking up are like going up to the altar and leading away and leading, going off. Like I'm taking the sword and I'm gone. That sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if so, then I'm going to try to track that.
Okay. Yeah, basically, you do get a scent, but again, it's a more recent scent of, or a older scent of like Critias, Engros, and like 2 or 3 other people that have been in the area. And basically, the scents leave that hallway, and those scents go north, which is the direction that Feria is going.
Okay.
So if you follow with her, you're basically going to be following the scents that you picked up from that area.
All right. But she's already got the warrior lady going with her, so.
Yeah, she's got the female warrior going with her. Yeah, I forgot. Completely forgot Araya. But yeah, so Feria and Rhea are gonna head north, and then Gauze, if you want to go north, or Critias said he's gonna head south to go search. So it's up to you.
I think I'm gonna tag along north because if I'm picking up those scents, I would like to trust my own instinct.
Okay. So you'll go with Feria.
I'm gonna stay back. I'm gonna stay back and use my stealth.
Okay. And then, oh damn it, where's my other? Aha, there she is. As you go north, guys, so you and
It's
Rhea and Feria are heading north. As you all head north, the hallway goes in 2 different directions. It goes to the right, and you can see that there is like 2 stairwells that lead down into a meeting hall. It's very basically there's a bunch of chairs, a large table, all kinds of different stuff that are in that meeting area that have been like pushed over, knocked around. The table's been pushed over.
Right.
And so you guys do a quick inspection in there. And let me see. Oh, you guys never went in this room. Rhea and Feria go through and start searching this room. If you want to roll an investigation as well.
Okay.
They don't find the sword. The girls don't find 18. Okay,
Yeah.
actually. So as you are searching through this area,
My dice is hot today. I like it.
you actually end up finding a small, like, loose stone in the wall.
Cool.
As you're
Yeah.
searching through the area, investigating, looking around, you actually find you find a small loose stone in the wall that has a potion in it.
Cool.
What kind of potion?
I don't know. He's gonna have to try and figure that one out.
Oh,
I don't know.
So with me, what I'm gonna do is as I come back around the corner or back around to where I'm out of sight of everyone, I'm actually gonna pull the sword out of the bag of holding that I took from that thing.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is I want to see if he is turned the other way. Like, not looking in my direction. Because I'm assuming he's still holding...
Yes, I am.
Yeah, he's still in...
Then I'll have Rhea go with what's her name, like to the north.
Okay.
While I go to the south. That way the priest lady has some protection since we have Engros watching the altar itself. What I do is I'm going to take soot and dirt, like anything that makes me look like I've like gone through like a whole lot of like mess trying to find it or whatever. I'm gonna kind of pat myself down and make it look like I've not necessarily fought something difficult, but
you've gotten your hands really dirty.
Yes.
And as she's talking to you, the little golden elephant like is still flapping next to you and is kind of like looking back and forth as you two are talking to one another. A few seconds later, you're conversing in your head with Lulu.
All right.
And Rhea and Faria bust out laughing.
The giant mastodon steed. All right.
Yes.
Cool.
But right now she is the little floating elephant in front of your face.
Very cool.
Yes. So, who do you